It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Golden State Warriors. Last outing for Golden State, unsuccessful, coming away with a loss to Atlanta. A finals rematch. They'd better be ready. As the defending NBA champs, everybody's gunning for them, but especially the runner-up. And tonight, what about Colin Sexton? 6'2". Kenny, this guy's a natural scorer, still trying to evolve as a playmaker.
Played for a good friend of mine, Avery Johnson, down there. Extremely quick, athletic, creates for himself easily. Still learning how to create for others, but he's a great prospect.
You know what I like? He's unafraid of contact. He pushes the action and plays with a lot of passion.
You afraid of contact?
Nope. It's too quick for you. You couldn't even touch me.
Why'd you move?
Look at that.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm stretching. My neck's hurting.
You guys are both softies. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. With that road trip behind them, the Cavaliers ready to perform in front of their hometown fans here in Cleveland. They just haven't been able to buy a break lately. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, their slow start to this season has brought some of this team's issues to light. And this is a team that I didn't think had any issues to speak of.
The one positive is that it's early. You don't want to peak too soon, and they are far from their peak. You know how good of a team this can be. They have a lot of time to turn it around.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, DeMarcus Cousins was en route to finally playing in the postseason, but he did suffer that torn Achilles, and that kept him from the playoffs. He said, to be able to reach that goal, that would be one of the more special moments of my career. Well, Kevin, he continues to wait.
Well, a lot of people hope he can finally get there, D.A. Thank you. And right around this time of the year, some teams spending long stretches on the road. Chris, that's difficult. It's got to be tough, I would assume, for players to deal with that, teams to deal with that.
It does get tough. Long road trips, travel, you're staying home from your family. You haven't seen your family and your friends. But I tell you what it does as a team. Coaches love it because it builds camaraderie, it builds chemistry. Now you have time to go to the movies and hang out with guys on your team at a restaurant or just hanging out. And what does that do? It brings you a little bit closer together because now you're building a relationship that's not based on basketball. These long road trips allow you to be together, to get to understand and know each other in ways maybe you haven't before. And believe me, there's been many times on the court I've joked with the guy on my team about something that had nothing to do with the game, and it brought us to even play harder because we had an inside joke about something else. Who wouldn't want to play with their friends, right? Who wouldn't want their friends to challenge them? And that's the type of relationships you build on these long road trips.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Durant, the deadly shooting wing pair. Bell is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Livingston in at point. Here's Johnson. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Korver kicks to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Sexton's got his first 3 points of the game.
Good to see Sexton knock it down from deep, a shot he needs to add to his arsenal.
Livingston with it. Guarded now by Sexton. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Livingston. That's 7 points for Kevin Durant.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Here's Johnson. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
and they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Here is Nance after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Johnson inside, defended by Bell. Johnson kicks to Korver. Now here's Sexton. Defense right on him. Here's Johnson. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound.
Well, that makes them 1 for 5 from the field so far. They need to start getting some better looks.
Got that one up quick. Thompson's got 5.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they built. They really captured the momentum.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. DeMarcus Cousins, really the big final name in free agency last summer to land with the team. And Greg, did he shock the NBA world with his selection?
To take a one-year deal with the Warriors, nobody saw this coming. It makes sense for Boogie. Time to rehab and then join a contender for the back half of the season. You would think he'll get a much bigger and longer contract offer after this year.
Ooh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
Now here's Livingston. Defense is right there. And Durant gets it to go.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Now here's Sexton. 20 points for him last game against Brooklyn. From 13, and Durant sends it back.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way.
That free throw good from Thompson.
Oh my God.
And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, but you know, he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
Now here's Thompson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Johnson against Bell. 6 on the shot clock from beyond the arc.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there. He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
He kicks to Livingston. Bell passes to Cousins. Outside Durant from the arc. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And that's 13 points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
There's the pass to Sexton. He feeds it to Thompson. And the rejection by Cousins.
And the defensive Cousins making his presence known with the quick leaping ability which he uses to block shots.
Livingston with it. He had 15 points last outing. Thompson with the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Well, one thing you love about Klay Thompson is he's just cool and calm. I mean, he stays in his own lane. Steve Kerr says he's not low maintenance, but he's no maintenance. He plays hard at both ends. He just wants to win, and then he goes home and walks his bulldog Rocco. Well, but bulldogs, you can't really walk them that much. I wonder if he's picking them. I mean, that's about it. Anyway.
And here's Nance after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Here's Johnson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And you look at Klay, not a care in the world.
Well, he's smooth. He has a carefree attitude. It helps in the locker room. I think it also helps him as a smooth shooter. I mean, even if he misses a couple, he's not thinking about it. He just keeps shooting.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first. Last season, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect in your opinion so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it and definitely manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do, is address the issue, because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight, and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad. Here is Korver after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Korver finds Thompson. Here's Sexton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sexton's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Passes it to Bell. Inside. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Bell. And that's 15 points for Klay Thompson.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Korver kicks to Thompson. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Livingston.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Warriors leading by 15. Pass to Bell. There's the dish to Thompson. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's already his second foul. He may have to spend some time on the bench to stay out of early foul trouble.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. It's Durant on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Fades. He can't get that one to fall. Cavaliers go the other way with it. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And this is a rematch from the NBA Finals a season ago. They came up a little short, looking for some redemption tonight.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 7. Nance, no good. Now, here's Livingston. Not a lot of room. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Clarkson dishes to Sexton. Back to Clarkson. Pass to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They lead by 17.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Now, here's Clarkson. He had 10 points in the win against Brooklyn. And the pass to Sexton. Back to Clarkson. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Durant just inside the line and too long on the shot.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
The 3 from Johnson. That shot off the mark. And Golden State will come the other way.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And here's Livingston. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Kicks it to Bell. Passes it to Cousins. Over Sexton. Again, Golden State.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Clarkson passes to Thompson. Here's Sexton. Off target from three-point range.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Cousins. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now Sexton. He's got 7. Here's Clarkson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Throughout his career, Jordan Clarkson has always been able to score.
You're right, Kevin. And throughout his career, he's always been a guy that can hurt you from outside, mid-range, and in the paint as well. He's a natural scorer when he has the ball in his hands. I mean, he's very adept at navigating traffic and can twist and turn his body to protect the ball. And he gets a shot up inside anytime he wants.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Everyone seems to suffer small injuries, C-Webb, over the course of a season. Who does the best, you think, at battling through those minor bumps and bruises and injuries and still continues to play well?
You know what, Kevin? I can't answer that question because whoever does it does not let us know also that they're hurt.
They hide it. Yeah, good point. You're right.
Because the main guys that get through it, they're not going to tell you.
Good point. Second free throw, no good.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
Now here is Hill. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Nets in Brooklyn. In the corner, it's Clarkson. From downtown, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. And with Clarkson as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
Yarebko can't get it to go.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
The offensive rebound.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder who crashes with power.
Warriors leading by 17. Cook kicks to Cousins. Iguodala the pass to Cousins. Evans against Clarkson. Evans finds Cousins. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Fighting through fouls and converting. You got to love the aggressiveness of Cousins.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
And that one falls for Cousins.
Oh, my gosh.
And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
Now here's Iguodala. George Hill missing his last shot. Iguodala kicks to Cook. Pass to Cousins. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Count it. Clarkson's got 6.
Solid on defense right there, but Clarkson using his height and length to full advantage.
Here's Iguodala. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He kicks it to Cousins. Over Thompson. And so it's the Golden State Warriors controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We come back right after this. Since coming to the Warriors, Kevin Durant says he's enjoyed playing for Steve Kerr.
He just gets it. You know, you get around people in this life, whether it's players or coaches, who's stuck in this bubble of basketball and don't realize it's almost a fantasy world. And then you get guys like Steve Kerr who realize what's really important in life and that we're really, really blessed to be playing this game.
And Steve Kerr has seen it all on the basketball court. In a worldly perspective, Greg, off of it, he's not going to become a prisoner of the moment.
Keeping the right perspective really so important. You see why guys like KD love playing for him.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Evans, DeMarcus Cousins out there with REUP, and there's Iguodala. And it's Cook in at the point guard position. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Evans, that's a two-pointer. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Clarkson kicks to Thompson. Outside Hill. On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by Cousins. Clock at 6. Hill drives in. And stolen by Cousins. On the wing, Evans. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Clarkson. No good on the triple. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And that one's good. Cousins has got 11.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Clarkson passes to Thompson. Outside Hill. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, you hear that? No, you don't hear anything. They silenced the crowd with this big lead. No sign that they're letting up.
Yep, that one goes.
And taking what the defense gives them. I mean, that time Hill got right to the rim.
And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. Here is Cook. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Thompson sends it back.
Look, Thompson is a more than capable defender. He has excellent length, and he uses that to swat away shots.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Nance comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Corver in for Jordan Clarkson. Osman kicks to Fry. Osman the pass to Corver. Wing shot on the way, and the jumper is good.
No, it's easy to appreciate Corver. I mean, he makes fast decisions in the screen and roll, and the D they can't back off him.
At the elbow, it's Cousins. Back to Cook. Inside, here's Evans. Pass to REUP. Here's Cook. The three-pointer off the mark. For Cleveland, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway.
Well, think about it. There's plenty of centers on the Warriors rosters, but when the going gets tough, they can go small. Their Hampton 5 lineup with Steph, Clay, KD, Draymond, and Andre Iguodala is the perfect blend of length, skill, athleticism, and IQ.
And the Warriors with possession here, following the score by Cleveland. Just 5 to shoot from deep. Iguodala. It's not going to go for him, and Cleveland will come the other way. Here's Osman. He's covered by Iguodala. Hill deciding where to go with it. Fades away. Rebounded by REUP. And Chris, you were talking about a couple of the nicknames for that Golden State Warriors lineup.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, they used it sparingly in the regular season. There wasn't something they wanted you to get used to. The playmaking and the defensive versatility of that unit, to me, that's what stands out. It's tough for a traditional center to stay on the court against them, with all that skill and mobility there.
And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over this stretch. They really need to refocus here.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Sexton comes in for George Hill. Here is Durant. He's got 13. And the pass to Livingston. Launches a 3, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Livingston. 16 points for Kevin Durant.
And when Durant is looking to score off the catch like that, there isn't a lot you can do as a defender.
Corver finds Fry. Now Sexton. Johnson in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Over Bell. Bell with the block.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Durant gets double teamed. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target with his 3. Now here's Sexton. He has 7. Chalk up 2 there. And it's 6 points for Larry Nance.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Bell dishes to Livingston. Over Sexton. Livingston, no luck. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Nance. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. When it comes to ongoing contract negotiations, C-Web, how distracting did you find it for those players and for yourself to deal with all that going on?
It can be very distracting if you allow it to take over. What I would suggest for players in those situations, whether you're a restricted free agent or a free agent, I would give you one piece of advice, and I think LeBron has epitomized this. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about what team or what pending teams or what city you like to go swimming in or you and your wife visit in the summer, because all that does is create confusion. And all it does is send a message to fans and other players that maybe you're thinking about something that you can't control at that time. And so usually I think you should go introspective. You should work as hard as you can to improve and to get better. But that is something that definitely can distract you. And so hopefully you have a great layer of people that can be barriers from kind of the outside noise. The contract is going to be what it's going to be, and the only way you can continue to prove your worth is by going out there executing every day on the court.
Good stuff.
Oh! Come on, did you see that? Did you see that?
Still with enough explosiveness and with great length to finish, Sean Livingston.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Johnson with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. And that one goes. First for him tonight, 1 for 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passes it to Urepko. At the top of the key, Thompson. They grab their own miss. Durant laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
Korver passes to Fry. Here's Sexton. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 23. Right side, Durant. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 7. Kicks it to Korver. Over Bell. Korver, no luck. Outside Durant to the paint. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. He can defend at a high level. So fun watching him play.
Now here's Johnson. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Bell with the block, and he gets it back. And here's Fry from the arc. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. And it's Livingston with the ball for Golden State. Thompson misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Nance finds Fry. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Friday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
In that matchup against the Bucks, you know they're going to want to make a statement in that contest. Taking down the top team in the East would definitely turn some heads.
First free throw is good.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
And both free throws good for Fry.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Durant kicks to Thompson. Durant trying to break free. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Pass to Sexton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, and he scored 40 that night. He almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Channing Frye. So he gets them both.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard.
Now here's Livingston. Here's the floater, and he lays it up and in. Livingston's got his third basket of the night.
Oh, the floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Sexton, the pass to Nance. Out to the right wing. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Livingston. The shot by Sexton, no good.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much. Now, he had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
To the middle. Back to Nance. And here's Clarkson. 6 points for him. Nance dishes to Clarkson. Over Bell. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And let's review some numbers for Thompson. Averaging about 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Livingston kicks to Jerebko. Golden State moving the ball around. Livingston with it. Johnson's there. Livingston, that's good.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open and is too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Jordan Bell, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, helped lead Oregon to the Final Four. And C-Webb, he said he patterned his game after Draymond Green.
Well, it's a lot of similarities to their game. I mean, I'll give you a different name. Ben Wallace, Detroit's 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Another great role model for Bell as he looks to reach his potential.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
Former first-team All-Rookie after being picked in the 2nd round. Clarkson, a draft day steal.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. Osman comes in for Kyle Korver. And George Hills subbed in for Sexton. Golden State also making some changes. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Jerebko. And Cook subbed in for Sean Livingston. Golden State's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Cook, the pass to Durant. And Durant gets double-teamed. It's stolen by Hill. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Clarkson. And Durant sends it back.
Well, you're not going to sneak that shot past Durant, not with the reach that he has.
It's stolen by Hill. Pass to Osman over Iguodala. And that one's good. Osman's got his first points of the game. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. And he continues to torment them from three-point range. A total of 5 threes for him in the game now. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 21 points, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. My wife and I toured that recently. It is worth the price of admission. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Cleveland with it. Nance and Thompson are up front. Kyle Korver is out there with Sexton. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Basket counts. Nance has got the first points of the second half here for the Cavs.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Now here's Cousins. It's good. Livingston's got 10 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Thompson. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul. Golden State on D. Now Sexton. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. The shot comes out, and Golden State will go the other way with it. Here's Livingston, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 9. Bell with the block, and he gets it back. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Number 5, the Warriors.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Corver against Thompson. He kicks to Livingston. Johnson over to help. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He gets it in there. Cousins has got 17.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. The feed to Corver. And the pass to Sexton. There's the three. Good on the three-point shot. Sexton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
Now, here's Livingston. 12 points for him. Thompson surveying the floor. And it's Golden State with another.
Timeout. They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 9th in free throw percentage, 15th in blocks, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. Thompson right side. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Thompson's got 19 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Bell with the block. Livingston kicks to Cousins. Outside for Durant. Good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got 6 assists here tonight.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Now here's Thompson. 6 points for him. Johnson can't hit.
Oh, look, he's got to find better looks, or he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight.
Fires from deep, and it's Kevin Durant with the 3. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Durant's had total confidence in his jumper, probably since the first jumper he took. I mean, he's one of the most natural-looking shooters you'll ever see.
Here's Sexton. He's got 13. Shoots over Cousins. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Look, this is what Thompson wants every time. He wants to get near the rim and try to throw it down.
Warriors have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Remarkable strength on the alley-oop. Durant, he's taking no prisoners.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Durant against Johnson. Bell with the block. Durant finds Cousins. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Now, this team is bringing the effort, and Cousins has been the difference maker. I mean, when they've given him the rock, he's used his ability to dominate.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Hill comes in for Joe Johnson. And the Warriors also making a change. Evans, he's checked in for Jordan Bell. The free throw drops for Cousins.
What makes Cousins successful? You have to be willing to challenge people night in and night out at both ends on the floor.
Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Livingston. Now, here's Sexton. He's got 13. Goes up from the top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Sexton's got 15 points.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Livingston passes to Cousins. Over Thompson. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Korver. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Sexton. Quinn Cook's checked in for the Warriors. It's stolen by Hill. And oh, here we go. Hill, nobody back. And it's Hill with the jam.
Well, that's that 6'9" wingspan of George Hill paying dividends with the steal to get them running.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Now here's Thompson after the miss from Klay Thompson. With the teardrop, and Hill finishes inside. Hill's got 4 points this quarter.
And always looking for the high percentage bucket. Hill got that one right to the rim.
And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard Greg both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Osman to the inside. Here's Clarkson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Clarkson's got 10.
And the thing about Clarkson, he really plays with an edge, especially once he gets it up inside.
Cook kicks to Thompson. For the three. And it's Cook missing. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They host the Kings after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And that one's good. Osman. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Durant deciding where to go with it. Takes the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Durant's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Warriors.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking it.
Thompson against Clarkson. To the paint. Here's Osman. Evans with some nice D.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Hill finds Thompson. Over to the wing. Clarkson against Thompson. Clarkson passes to Thompson. Nice D from Cousins.
Even that close to the bucket, that's a very tough finish in that kind of traffic.
In the corner, Cook with it. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 7th assist in the game.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Osman. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the Warriors with some changes. Jerebko's checked in for Durant, and it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. Here is Cook. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Iguodala kicks to Cousins. Passes it to Cook. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Clarkson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And going to the free throw line will be Clarkson. Confident move there.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. He misses the free throw. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Evans. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take, and he lives mostly inside the paint, and still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to kind of gone away.
Here is Cook. He's guarded by Hill. Iguodala outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Osman. He's got 7. Outside Hill. 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Knocked away. Stolen by Evans and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Durant.
And the work he's doing from deep has been fun to watch. Great looks, and he's knocking them down. His ability and threat to drop those long-range bombs on a defense really makes their offense click.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Andre Iguodala.
Osman. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Cavaliers making a switch here. Nance is checked in. And the second free throw, good. 1:16 left in the third. Cook kicks to Jerebko. Pass to Cousins. Jerebko with it. He's guarded by Hill. Jerebko can't get it to go. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Nance. Warriors with the rebound. Cousins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. As do Evans. Back to Cousins. Jerebko, the pass to Cook. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Kept alive. Here's Jerebko. Off target at the rim.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Golden State's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Cousins, the pass to Cook. That one, no good. Hill with some nice D.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
Shots good by Clarkson.
Nice ball handling by Clarkson. Good shooter off the dribble.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. We've got Looney. Cook out there with Lee. Then it's Jones. And it's Iguodala in at small forward. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Shot from the inbound. Jones, no luck. Well, Cleveland shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. There's the pass to Nwaba. Back to Hood. Smith feeling it out a bit. Outside Hood. Back to Smith. Fires the 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. Warriors shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's Jones, and they pick up 2. Jones has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Warriors. Here's Nwaba, covered by Lee. Hood with it. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Lee kicks it to Looney. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Cook, good.
Look at this. I like this team basketball. Keeping the ball moving till they find the right shot.
And so Hood will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. When it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain.
Sure.
Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off season normally is just as exciting
I know.
as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And, you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
That's fun. Looney, that one's not going to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Decker with it. Looney on him. Smith outside. Outside Hood. Pulls it up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Lee passes to Cook. Passes it to McKinney. Shot clock at 5. Got a piece of it. And here's Smith. Here's Decker. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Warriors have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Looney kicks to McKinney. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Cook looking it over. And he uses the glass on the layup.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
So it's the Cavaliers now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Hood. Pass to Decker. Lets the 3 fly. No good. Shot missing. The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. McKinney kicks to Cook. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big man. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy. I can trust that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, you know, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in them now.
That's good from Cook. Sexton, he's checked in for Hood. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered closely, cans the shot from the wing.
You have to honor Sexton's jump shot. He has a strong grasp for when to let it fly.
Cook kicks to McKinney. Over in the corner, Lee. Pass to Cook. Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. There's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders, the Ben Wallace, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with a mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
Yeah, it looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Oh, that's a tough blow for him. Really the whole team, though. I mean, puts a lot of pressure on the next man up.
Here is Cook over Smith. That misses off the backboard.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Decker dishes to Smith. Kicks it to Sexton. Thompson finds Smith. It's good from long range. Smith's got 6 here in this quarter.
Now look at this. This is one of Smith's specialties. He has a quick release fire off the pass.
Here is Cook. And the pass to Looney. Here's McKinney. Let's go. And the Warriors miss again. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. The open look here for Sexton. Thompson passes to Smith. Sexton kicks to Decker. Thompson. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here is Cook, and David Nwaba picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Evans, he's checked in for the Warriors. Thompson comes in for Lee. Jones, the pass to McKinney. Here is Cook. True on the 14-footer. Cook's got 11 in the second half.
Yeah, Greg, and if you're going to give somebody that shot, don't let it be him.
Now Sexton. And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That is his first foul of the game. Some call it the Ewing theory, teams that play better without relying on a star player. But Chris, how sustainable is that?
It's not sustainable. It's real cute until you have the teams that are focused and want to win come in. And usually that Ewing theory, that's usually like in the 5th week of the season or before All-Star break when teams are figuring out themselves. Once everybody has identified their strength and their weaknesses, you need that horse to ride. You need that big hoss in there, that guy that's dependable every night. And as long as he's a willing passer, unselfish player, no, you need those guys. I don't believe that teams are better without their main guy. Maybe for short stretches, players can rally, but you look at championship winners, I'm trying to think of one that didn't have a superstar on their roster. I just don't buy into that theory.
Here's your Repco. After the made shot from Klay Thompson. Repko kicks to Cook. Clock at 6. Out to Thompson. It's stolen. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Sexton's shot is good.
And it's clear that Sexton loves getting out in transition. He has a strong sense for how to capitalize.
And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. Passes to Thompson. Evans outside. Just 5 on the clock. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. When you look at the amount of threes, Chris, being taken now, do you think the league as a whole is too dependent upon perimeter offense?
I don't think so. If you look at Golden State, we all tend to think that they've shot the most threes last year. It actually was Houston.
Right.
And when you look at how Golden State does not just settle for threes, Kevin, but they can shoot them at any time. And maybe the best three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, Curry, will lay a difficult layup over the top of your head just as quick as he'll shoot a tough three from 45 feet. That's what it seems like, but the good teams like a Golden State make you feel like they're shooting a lot of threes, but actually play with a balanced game. Those that try to copycat and just shoot threes, I don't think they've won a championship yet. So I think it's about having that balance, and maybe the league overall is shooting too many threes, but the champions who shoot threes, I don't think take too many.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Pass to Osman. Back to Fry. Here's Osman. He's covered by Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Jenny Osman. At the line for two.
Two shot.
And he knocks down the first one. C-Webb, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you are young and you're in, let's say, third grade and you're the tallest player on the team and I make you a center and I pull you to one end and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought. Here's Osman. J.R. Smith on the wing. Covered by Evans. 6 to shoot. He's off on that one. The Warriors shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Here is Cook. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. C-Webb, do you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places, they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And you know, I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter, and the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to, oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
Sexton kicks to Fry. Pass to Osman. The three, and that's good. J.R. Smith for 3. Smith's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And the 3 ball is Smith's go-to. We all know that. He's excellent at measuring up any shot beyond that arc.
Cook, the pass to Cousins. There's 1:26 left in the fourth. He kicks it to Cook. Back to Cousins. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C-Webb, as someone who's been up for some of these, do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
Here's Cousins, following the basket by Colin Sexton. Here is Cook, covered by Smith. Fires it up. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Sexton kicks to Fry. And another three for Cleveland.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
Here is Cook. Cousins dishes to Cook. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. Congrats on the win. We know how intense you are on the floor, but it looked like tonight maybe you're having a little fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
Well, it's a good look for you, man. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.